Welcome to Dark X. Open your mind. Dark Exodus. Dark Exodus. The protest. Dark Exodus. Dark exodus, dark exodus, dark exodus, dark
Peace, folks, and welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old TPOT YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course. Are here. Now, I know before we get started, I know the shows have been coming kind of few and far between. What's good, my brother Art in the house? What's good, my brother? I know the shows have been few and far between, but y'all don't understand, man. I mean, it's been crazy, lots of work. I've been freaking 6 days, sun up to sun down, man, and it's been crazy. So, I mean, sometimes I come up in here, I be so tired, y'all. It's like, I hit that shower, man, and I have just enough strength to maybe throw something in my face and then right back on the bed, wake up the next day, do the same thing all over again. So I know y'all probably like, what the hell is X doing? X done fell off. But those of you who follow the Proper Thought series, y'all know that X gets really, really busy this time of year, man. I mean, it's just unfreaking believable, y'all. Yeah. So the shows have been a little few and far between, but y'all know I still try to keep y'all with something on a Thursday night. Now the Wednesday night's been kind of shaky because, like I said, sometimes I don't feel like doing a show on Wednesday night, and not only that, I'm busy as hell. So don't be mad at me, all right? On those nights that I don't do shit, just watch other people. That's all I can say. But I'm glad everybody came out tonight. What's good, Lady Azul? I see you up there. Um, yeah, tonight special show here on Old Dog Exodus Live. Tonight, returning back, a friend of the show, Lady Princella Clark. I say again, those of you who follow the Thought series, y'all know that me and Miss Clark, we all right. She's been coming on my platform for years. She's been coming on my platform ever since my radio days. Her and I, we hit it off instantly the first time we ever, did anything together. So, she hit me up and we were talking. I called her and said, "What's going on, lady?" She was supposed to come on here a while back. She didn't, but she is in the house tonight. And we're going to be talking about this Ayesha Curry thing, if you will. Well, I'm not going to say the Ayesha Curry thing, even though that's down in the description box. But we're going to be talking about married but still desiring attention. Um, because Lady Princella, she's a married woman now, and from what from what I gleaned from our conversation, she has those thoughts her own self. So I mean, we're going to be hearing it from the female side tonight, y'all. Um, we're gonna hear what goes on through the mind of the married woman. Yeah, we're gonna be listening, see what she got to say. We're gonna be taking y'all questions. I might hook the phone lines up. I might set the phone lines up tonight. I don't know yet. Don't quote me on that. Um, I guess if y'all got some questions or whatever, y'all can just write them in the chat. I may hook up the phone lines later. I don't even know. So that's where we at. Last week, I want to thank y'all for showing up. The last, kind of stutter step weeks, man. Because like I said, I know I haven't been doing shows like talk about it. Um, but y'all, my supporters, man. Y'all support me. Y'all here every week. What's good, WOTP? I see you up there. Y'all support me, man. Y'all support me with the views. Y'all support me with your coins. Y'all support me, sharing the videos and all that kind of stuff, man. So, it ain't always about money. Like I always say, I like money. I mean, anybody who say they don't, they telling a goddamn lie. But to be honest with y'all, I mean, this little platform that I got, it was running before y'all was donating. So even if y'all stop donating right now, it's not going to stop me from coming up on here. So I mean, it's never about y'all money, man. has a very long reach. That's why when you look up on TPOT, you see people right here that you won't see anywhere. You won't see people anywhere else. All right. The people you see here, most of them you won't see any freaking where else, because that's kind of what we do here. We bring people on that you don't see everywhere else. We mix it up. We get different guests. Okay. And we done had just about everybody on here, and we ain't finished yet. We're gonna have some more everybody on here if I have everything, if I have anything to say about it. But once again, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Y'all always, man, y'all always there for me, man. Y'all always supported me. And I just want to thank y'all for that, man. I mean, it is what it is. And like I said, I know the shows have been kind of slight, but I'm working hard, y'all. I'm trying to I'm trying to build something, man. I'm trying to leave something, man, for my offspring. I'm trying to leave something for my grandkids. So I have to work this way now. So 5 years from now, I don't have to work this way. If y'all can understand what I'm saying, I do what I do now. So 5 years from now, I can kind of take a break, because I'm only going to be working for another 5 years, y'all. That's the plan. I want my business to be able to run itself in 5 years. I just come in and check the books and shit, and murk out, in my goddamn bins. Just come in, check the books, and go fishing, that kind of shit. So don't be upset because the show ain't coming through every week, or should I say twice a week, every week, because this time of year, man, it gets rough, man. I work long, long, long hours. I have a lot of shit I have to look over. 2 locations, okay, that I have to deal with. Dealing with a lot of freaking personalities and a lot of freaking nonsense. And like I said, it's usually sun up to sundown. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm always gonna come through for y'all, man, because like I said, y'all are my staunch, die-hard supporters, man. And I appreciate y'all, man. That's why I continue to do it. Because at one point, man, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go on hiatus, till wintertime, and come back winter when I got more time, like today. All right, bust my ass today, but I had already planned this, with Lady Princella. So, you know, had to be done. To be honest with you, my ass is somewhat tired, but we're gonna do this anyway. Let me hit her up, find out what the hell she doing. Should just go ahead and call her ass. See what the hell going on. Try. And I think I'm gonna have to call her ass. I think I'm gonna have to ring her phone. Okay. Hate when I gotta call folks, you know. Hoping she might have got the times mixed up though, because I think she's on Central. Yeah, I think she's on Central Standard Time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Lady Princella. Say, where you at, girl? Waiting. I am waiting. Oh shit. KIT, keep it techie in the house. Yo, y'all need to go check this brother out, man. What's good, KIT? Y'all need to go check this brother's stuff out, man. I was watching some of his stuff the other day, as a matter of fact, man. Y'all need to check Keep It Techie out, man. Y'all need to do that. Trust me, you will not be sorry for checking his brother's channel out. Now I know, we like having bullshit, and watching all that kind of nonsense. But I mean, you watch KIT channels, your ass is going to learn something. I'm telling you, man. If you into learning something, that's the brother to watch. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hold up, y'all. I gotta call Miss Clark, man. See the hell's going on. See where her ass at. Y'all just talk amongst yourselves. She ain't even answering now. on, Princella. Oh, Lord. Hey, Lady Princella, it's me, X. You know we supposed to be up on the show tonight, so you need to hit me back or check your email or do something. I'm waiting on you, lady. Peace. All right, y'all. I just called Lady Princella. God damn it. And of course, she didn't answer. So I don't know what the hell is going on. Like I said, I think she's on Central Time. So she probably got it mixed up. She probably thinking she's supposed to come up on here at 10:30 as opposed to 9:30, like we talked about. So I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, I just conversated with her yesterday, or was that today? We were talking about it. She wrote me and she wanted me to look at a video or something like that. So I don't know what the hell happened. And if you out there watching, Princella, you better come up on here, lady. Standing me up. Don't be standing a brother up. No, you know what the hell happened. I mean, like I said, we had just corresponded today. I was talking to her on Facebook. Yeah, that was today. That was earlier today, like this morning or something. So I don't know what the hell happened to her, y'all. Don't know what happened. Try to call her again. Keep calling her ass. Eventually, she'll get tired of me calling. Like, God, X-Way, keep calling me. Your ass supposed to be up on here. That's why. Call her again, y'all. Lady Princella, this is it. Hey, what's going on? Where you at, lady? I'm waiting on you. All right. Well, I sent you some. So I sent you a link. I guess I'm gonna see you in a few minutes, right? All right. All right. I guess it's on, y'all. Yeah, I guess it's on. He's like, oh, this X. Yeah, this X. God damn it. You're supposed to had been up on here, girl. What you doing? Yeah, so it's on, y'all. So I guess whenever she said she had to go to the store or something. So I guess she'll be up on here momentarily. But it's good to be back up here on here with y'all. Because when I don't come up here, when I don't do a stream, I actually kind of miss it. I don't miss it, but I kind of miss interacting with y'all because most of y'all that are in my, that come and watch, y'all my diehard supporters. Y'all have been watching me ever since I had like 5 subscribers. So, I miss interacting with y'all and fucking with y'all and talking shit with y'all. I miss that. I don't necessarily miss it. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, y'all. Somebody calling me on damn Facebook. The hell? What the hell and why. Close that shit out. Because you know you keep hearing that little thing. It go, bang. It's calling me. Call me when I'm up on here. This ain't Facebook time. This is YouTube time. You got something to say, bring your ass up on this stream. We'll talk about it then. Yeah, so I actually miss getting up here talking shit with y'all, and you know, watching the shit that y'all got in the chat and all that kind of stuff. Mel McCarthy. There's a new name. There's a name that's not too familiar. What's good? Welcome to the TPOT YouTube page. You know. Yeah, when y'all see, especially my moderators, when y'all see new people come in the chat, go ahead and welcome them in. Maybe if you welcome them, they won't get up in here and say something stupid. Now, if they say something stupid, y'all already know what to do. Just cut their fucking heads off. We don't do time out here. We just block your ass and make it so you hate the stream and dislike the stream and have to make up another account before you can come back and write some more stupid shit. That's how we do it here on the TPOT YouTube page. But welcome to folks saying, say welcome to them. If it's somebody that's unfamiliar, who knows? They may stick around and become, a loyal, faithful supporter at some point. So, everybody's welcome here, but everybody's nonsense is not welcome. If y'all can understand what I'm saying. Okay. Everybody's welcome on the TPOT YouTube page, but everybody's nonsense is not welcome because we don't play that shit. Number one, I don't have time for that. Number two, I'm too old for that. And number three, that's not the shit I want to bring my people who watch me. That's not what I want to bring y'all. I don't want to bring y'all a bunch of nonsense. I don't want to bring y'all a bunch of flip it, freaking back and forth and arguing. And that's not what I want to bring y'all, man. It's not. Because see me, I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't. Because see, I don't deal with it in my regular everyday life. So I'm not going to come up here on YouTube and deal with that shit. I'm not. I mean, I'll leave that shit for other channels. The arguing and the bickering and the back and forth. Man, I leave that shit for other channels, man. They can have it. It's all them. Here, we ain't dealing with none of that shit here. That's one thing people know when they come on my channel. They know they ain't going to have to deal with that. That's why everybody comes on here. Okay? This little old TPOT channel, guess what? Some of everybody's been on here. Ain't too many people you can name in the black YouTube universe that has not been on TPOT. That's just a fact. If not recently, a while back. Okay? And guess what? If they haven't been on here yet, they will be on here soon. It's pretty much how it is. So that's where we at. That's what we do here. Okay? That is what we do here. So that's how it's going down. But yeah, back to the topic because I done drifted all off. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. We before. I think I have seen you before, Mel McCarthy. You got that damn avatar with like a naked person on it or some shit. I think I remember that shit. But yeah, we had talked about this like a week or two ago. We were talking about, this Ayesha Curry thing. And my position, as a married man, if my woman is on TV, on Facebook, on YouTube, on anywhere, saying the shit that she's saying, like, I don't get enough male attention. Enough men don't look at me. I don't have enough men fawning over me. Her and I would have serious problems with her saying that. I mean, we would have a serious problem because the first thing that would come to my mind is, wait a minute, the life I provide for you and you trying to tell me that it ain't enough for you? I mean, that I would have a serious issue with that shit. I would. I mean, maybe you can say, you know, that's me being soft or emotional, whatever case may be. But my goddamn woman ain't up in front of millions of people talking about how she don't get enough male attention. Her and I, we're gonna have a problem. And the guest of honor has arrived right on time as always. Lady Princella, what's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
What's going on?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Nothing. You late, lady.
I know. I had to run. I had an emergency run I had to do.
Okay. Well, full disclosure, y'all, because I don't want anybody to think, you know, that Lady Princella is just somebody that kind of popped up. Miss Clark has been coming on TPOT for quite some time. She's been coming on my show ever since I was in the booth. I think I told y'all before. So full disclosure, you know, we're pretty familiar with each other. So there it is. Now then, how you been? It's been a while.
It has been a while. You know, I didn't realize how much time had been flown by until you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, and that I'm like, man, we got to really, really value every day that we live, because I tell you, that time goes by lightning fast.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a married woman now.
Uh-huh.
Married with child as well.
Yeah.
So reading some of your Facebook posts, and you kind of, not gonna say share Lady Curry's view.
You kind of
I
paused.
like to hear that.
Okay, you kind of paused there. The video kind of stopped. What did you say? You say you're not gonna say that I share Ayesha's views, but what?
But you have somewhat of a similar take on it. Would you mind sharing it with the audience?
Okay, well, here's the thing. I come from a point of understanding. I come from a point of understanding reality. When people talk about right and wrong, it's really based on feeling. It's based on the ideal that they create in their mind about how they think things should go, what's the right setup in their mind. And then when things don't go the way they envision it to go, then in their mind is wrong and they don't like it, or they picture themselves in the situation and they say, well, this is how it would make me feel, is wrong. That's typically what people do. However, I come from a position of understanding human psychology and human biology. And I look at it from what's reality, not the way I want things to be. And the reason why I understand even more about Ayesha Curry is because I, on a regular basis, I help people. I'm kind of like a life coach, and I've helped a lot of people. My purpose and my job is to listen to people and reserve what I feel is right. I'm supposed to reserve that and allow people to express themselves. So here's the thing. The show, humans have a way of, when they get into a groove and they start talking, they stop thinking consciously and just start subconsciously speaking how they feel. Everybody does this. You can be talking to your boy, and you might have something that you say, you know, I'm not going to share this. But once you get into the groove, you just get to talking. Your mouth just goes out. And that's what happens with people. What we're saying is humans should not be human and not express emotion. Well, that show is designed for women to speak their true feelings, to be around other women, to kind of get healing, and you know, just it's just a healing process. So the show is not scripted. The show is not a regular TV show. This is like an unfiltered show. So what occurred on the show, it wasn't like, you know what, this is what I'm going to think and this is what I'm going to tell. No, she was really just not consciously thinking about cameras rolling or anything, but these were her true feelings. The reality is she is not the only female that thinks like this. Mm-hmm. The reason why it is because it is in the nature of a woman for men to desire her. The fact of the matter is, Females have been desired since they was at least 13 years old by men. Okay? Women have been getting this attention consistently. And as you get up in age, you start to question yourself as the attention begins to die down, because unfortunately the reality is that when people show you attention, it kind of validates you. No matter how much we say it shouldn't, that's the reality of how stuff works. People get caught up even in their social media. Why are people killing themselves on social media? Why do people do what they do? Because their value and their self-worth is wrapped up into people giving them attention and liking their videos and pictures. That's the reality of it. So marriage is an ideal. It is an ideal that says, you know what, this is how I think things should be and the way the world should go. So this is what it is. An ideal does not alter human psychology or biology. Just because you say, you know what, yes, ma'am, I'm going to marry you. Just because you say, yeah, I'm gonna marry you, doesn't mean that you're gonna stop seeing women attractive after that. Every woman don't become ugly to you after that. That has no bearing on your biology. It has no bearing on a woman desiring to be desired just because she said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna marry you. Okay, you got money. That don't mean nothing. Because again, women have been desired by men since at least age 13. She's used to getting that attention. When things abruptly change, you don't think that's gonna have an impact on a person's psychology? It does. So it's not the fact that I say it's right, or is I'm saying this is the way it is. And so if people come from a position of understanding, we can help people in their growth. We can help people in their path. But a lot of times people don't look to understand. They look so they can have something to condemn people on. Ain't nobody right if you want to talk about it like that, because everybody got an ideal in their mind, the way they think. And I can promise you, you doing something every day that goes against a person's ideal of how they think the world should be. Does that mean that you're wrong for your behavior? Does it mean that you're wrong for feeling the way that you feel? No, because humans are allowed to feel the way they feel. So because society is set up with a bunch of people who don't understand left from right, who have been programmed and designed to say, okay, yeah, I can be a cyber bully. I can voice my opinion, what I think people should do. Was there wisdom where the only mistake that she made, the mistake wasn't even saying it on TV, like people said. The only mistake that she made was not thinking about how immature the world is. That's the only mistake she made. Believing that the world is more psychologically advanced, more educationally advanced, and more understanding than what they are, because they're not. Most people want to judge people based on what they feel is right and what they think people should do. Well, you always gonna have conflict like that.
But okay, I get what you're saying, Lady Princella. I get it. Okay, women like to be looked at. They want guys to desire them and wink their eyes at them and all this kind of nonsense. I get it. But you would think once you're married, like you gave the example of, you know, if you're going to marry a woman, you know, you still like other women, you like the way they look and all that kind of stuff. I get it. I'm a married man. Okay, I'm married. I ain't blind. Okay, right. I know what look good. I know, yeah. So, but once you
kind of froze up on me. Where you at? You froze up on me. Hey. I don't know what's going on. You might have to I might have to come back in. Let me see. Let me come back. Are you there? Why are you there? I don't know if it was me or if it was you. Oh, what's happening? I don't know what the deal is. Think about it.
The Google subscriber you have called.
Da, 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 da. Okay, I guess this is, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know.
The Google subscriber you have.
All right, well, I guess. Well, I guess we out.
All right. I'm back, y'all. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I don't know what the fuck just happened, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I have no idea what happened just now. Shit that just happened right now, just now. I have no fucking idea what the fuck happened, y'all. Some crazy shit. Everything just went black. No fucking reason. Shit is bullshit. Everything just fucked up, man. The fucking internet went down on my goddamn cell phone and shit too. Like, this fucking underground internet is bullshit, man. Now I gotta hit her back up. She probably like, what the hell is going on with X shit? Yeah, I know, brother Art. I'm about to call her. I'm about to call her right now. I think she tried to call me too. I heard my damn phone ringing over there. Miles of phone. She probably like, what the hell, X? Your shit's garbage. Your shit's garbage. Oh, you boy, the motherfucking ghetto ghost of TPOT, boy. Crazy. Yeah. Captain Kirk in the house. What's good, my brother? I ain't seen you in a while, man. What's good? Yeah, I know. I heard the phone ringing, brother Art. I know she was trying to call and shit. Don't worry, I'm about to call her back right now. I'm about to call her right now. I don't know what the hell happened, y'all. Some old bullshit. Some old bullshit just happened. I don't know. All my shit just went black, man. I lost everything. Everything just went out. But we back now, so come on back. Yep, same link. I'll see you in a minute. All right, she coming back, y'all. She's used to it. She's familiar with TPOT. She know this kind of shit happens here.
So we back.
Yeah, we back. Well, you know, you're familiar with TPOT, so you know we are haunted by the damn ghetto ghost. So
right.
This is no new shit for you. You've seen this before.
Yeah.
But please, what? Damn, see, I forgot what we was talking about.
Kind of forgot too. I think you were saying.
I was saying that the fact that she's up there expressing her feelings and all that kind of stuff, you know, is all well and good.
Mm-hmm.
But you would expect some stuff needs to be kept to yourself. Would you agree that some things you have to keep to yourself?
That's based on what people's ideals are. Because if you look at it for its raw, if you look at it for what it is, not what you think it should have been, if you look at it for what it actually is, the fact of the matter is she was on a show where women are talking openly with each other. Mm-hmm. Here is the reality of human nature. When you start talking, your conscious mind can only think about one thing at a time. It can't think about multiple things. The subconscious mind speaks or thinks about millions of things at a time. So either what I mean by the conscious mind can only think about one thing at a time. You cannot read and comprehend an article and watch TV at the same time. And you can't do it. So here's the thing. Your subconscious mind is the part of your mind where you've been driving the same route to go home every day. And then the day that you learn the route, and one day you're just so tired and you are autopilot and you just drive yourself home. You get home, it's like, you know what? I don't even remember how I got here. Because you weren't paying attention because your subconscious mind pretty much took you all the way. But before you got to before you move to a new area, you got to think about every turn. Okay, I'm gonna turn here, I'm gonna turn there. You're consciously thinking about it. After a while, you don't have to think about it anymore. So if you look at it for what it actually is, she's not thinking about the cameras rolling. What she is thinking about is that she's in a vicinity where people are openly talking unfiltered. She's not paying attention to the cameras. You know, when you're looking at a camera, you're not looking at millions of people. You just got a camera in front of your face. So she's not consciously thinking this is going to be going to the world and people going to judge me. That is not what's going through her head. The only thing she's doing is her subconscious mind is being poured out with everything that she really believes. So if you just look at it for what it is, not how you think it should be, we come from a position of understanding, okay, humans do have feelings. Humans do have, here's the thing, she already got a botched boob job. So she had 3 kids. We got to understand this. We think it's okay for the male to say the things that he feels and that, okay, well, he just being a man. A man, it's okay for a man to be married and say, yeah, I'm married you know, but if a fine woman with a nice ass pat, I'm gonna look. It's okay for him to say that. And not nobody say, okay, well, you married, why are you saying that? Society backs him up. But the moment the female says how she feels is because society looks at her and says, we hold you to a higher standard. You should not be human. You are not allowed to experience your humanity because we have this ideal of what a woman should be, and you are against my ideal. You got a man that's making this amount of money. Why would you care? Because she's human. And that's the nature of a female. That's the nature of a female. No, a marriage, a dollar ain't gonna stop that biology or that psychology. So I come from a position of understanding. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm the perfect person just because I'm married, that I don't desire. I don't think that I still want to know that men find me attractive. You doggone right, I still want to know if men find me attractive. If you don't find me attractive, of course your husband's supposed to say you look good. He gonna tell you look good even if you don't look good. Okay, so can I really trust your judgment? I need to know that, hey, I still got it. Men are okay with doing that. By the time a guy hits midlife crisis, he's always wondering, I wonder if 20-year-olds still find me attractive. How many men have cheated on their wives with younger women to see if they still got it? She ain't saying she want to cheat. All she's saying is she wants to know that she's still beautiful. What's wrong with that? Nothing, because it's just a part of being human. It is what it is. Now, how we think things should go, we set ourselves up for failure all the time because we want to base our actions on what we think people should and shouldn't do. And this is where conflict comes in. This is why males and females always going to be fighting against each other. This is why you always going to have conflict in the world with religions and everything, because nobody wants to seek understanding of somebody else. They want everybody to concede to what they believe is ideal for the world for themselves. I don't really come from that position. I try to come from a position of understanding.
Okay. That being said, I got to rub up against that, Lady Princella.
Go ahead.
Now you being a woman yourself, a married woman yourself,
Mm-hmm.
do you think it would bother your husband if you were to say that? Not that you would come out and say that.
No, because I asked my husband. I'm glad you said that, because I went and asked him. I said, what do you think about this? And he said, what you talking about? I said, Ayesha made this comment. And he said, well, hell, you do that. I said, you're right. He said, you post pictures on Facebook to get comments. See, here's the thing. A guy that's insecure, a guy that feel like he got something to lose, like a lot of times, a guy that feel like he replace him, like he don't chase him, he don't replace him, he ain't worried or insecure that he finna lose somebody. He not worried about that. A guy that's insecure and feel like, okay, I got the best looking thing and I can't get another one. He's the one that's concerned about, oh, she disrespecting me. My husband ain't, because my husband knows I'm not going anywhere. My husband know I ain't trying to go out and have sexual relations with anybody. Here's the thing. Women like to be in a position to tell a guy no, because she know that she got that power. Let's just be honest about that. She likes to be in a position where she can tell a guy no. Guy always hitting on her. I'm married, or I got a boyfriend. She likes to be in the position to turn. That's the nature. Let's just be real about that. So if that wasn't true, didn't people find on social media where Ayesha had tweeted, ooh, these people, I'm just coming here to get my car washed. I'm married, geez, or I'm engaged, geez. So people were saying she just wants attention or to be validated so she could go back to making tweets like that. That's the truth. She's not trying to cheat on Steph Curry. She is insecure because women are typically the ones that get the most attention. The male in a relationship is not the one that gets all the attention. Steph Curry is the one getting all the attention, okay? And she's seeing all of these highly desirable females approaching. So her position, she feels insecure. Let me tell you something. Just because a dude marry you don't mean you safe. Dudes leave their wives all the time. So we got to stop talking like oh, well, she's married, she's safe. No, the hell she ain't. Because when the cheerleader was caught eyeing Steph Curry, everybody came out and said, oh, Ayesha better step her game up. The reason why these females getting more attention than she is because Beyonce ain't lacking on no attention. Sierra ain't lacking on no attention. Kim Kardashian ain't lacking on no attention. So what's the difference between these three married women and Ayesha Curry? Ayesha does not exhibit sexual energy. That's the reality. And so she exhibits a homely persona that is not attractive biologically to the male. That is not what biologically attracts the male. So she's not getting attention because she's married, because those other three are also married. She exhibits a homely persona that is not exhibiting sexual energy. And so she is down on herself and questioning herself and not even really looking at the reality. Okay. It's all sexual energy. And at the same time, she's feeling insecure because, hey, Steph Curry got his pick if he wanted to, just because she got 3 kids by him. He is the one that's making the money. He's the one that's being seen. At any point, Steph Curry can cheat and say, I don't want to be with you. Dudes do it all the time. So a woman is rightful. She is right for always trying to stay on her toes. Don't let yourself go, because a dude will use an excuse to leave you in a hot second. And one of the things he'll do is say, you let yourself go. She wasn't fun no more. She wasn't sexy no more. He'll use all of that. So we need to stop pretending that dudes don't leave women for letting themselves go. We need to stop pretending that dudes don't cheat on their wives with more attractive females. So she has a reason to wonder if she's still attractive.
Well, that being said, okay, you said she puts out, this homemaker type, vibe or whatever. And, I can kind of agree, most dudes, probably wouldn't give that much of a second look.
They don't.
So, but how does she, okay, well, obviously she's in control of what her look is. She's in control of what her brand is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she must be doing it for a reason. She gives that, homemaker mom vibe out. So she must already know that this is not going to be that appealing.
I don't know, because I think she might have thought that she was going to change the narrative. See, this is what happens when people create their ideals in the world. They think that they can create an ideal and have the world, concede to what they think in their mind, but that ain't real. Because what is real, dudes got more twerk videos on their phone than they do have a black female just got her degree. Let's be real about that. It's more twerk. Dudes got more twerk videos than they do about, oh, I just want to see a woman who got her education and who went and got a degree. No, he want to see some ass and titties. He want to see something that get his sexual drive ticking. That's the reality. Let's not even try to pretend it ain't. Okay. So what she thought in her mind was that she could come out with this this is how you get a man and keep the man, blah, blah, blah. But meanwhile, she is not even feeling happy about it because she's not getting the same attention. I'm sorry, but guess what? Everything in life is a catch-22. Everything in life is a catch-22. And since the nature of a female is to be desired, well, one of the things they do is appeal to the male sexual side, because they know that's what the male mostly desires above anything. So, you got to pick and choose which one you want more. You want attention, or do you want security? You just kind of got to pick and choose.
So basically what you and Ayesha Curry are saying is that if y'all decide that y'all want to get out there and say, hey, I want to be attractive to other guys, men, we just supposed to be cool with that. Is that what you're saying?
Well, here's the thing. My husband ain't going to stop me from getting my hair done and looking nice. I'm not going to put a trash bag over my head, because I'm gonna tell you something. When I step out, I'm gonna be attractive to. I can put on some sweatpants. I'm gonna be attractive. Here's the thing: being desirable don't mean being accessible. Because see, that's an insecurity in you. If you feel like your woman being desired by other guys is a threat to you, you think that your woman gonna cheat on you, or that another man got access. That's an insecurity in you and a lack of trust in her. Because my husband know I'm not going nowhere, so he's not worried about who is attracted to me. He's not worried about who like my pictures. Why? Because I'm not going to sleep with nobody. Ain't nobody got access to me. You can look, but don't touch. I'm going to be sexy when I go out. If you got a problem with that, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's on you. So why would a man want his woman to look he want her to be sexy before he get her. But once he get her, he wants to put her in the closet. He want to hide her now.
Well, I don't think we want to hide our women, but we would like to think that, when she's, getting herself quote unquote sexy or attractive and all that kind of stuff, she's doing it for you.
Right.
Now, we don't mind if other people see it, but when she's doing it, it's specifically for me.
But that's unfortunately, that's just not how human reality goes. Because you think if that's the case, if that was the case, then that means no one would get dressed to look good to go to the gas station or the grocery store or go to work. It ain't just for you. This is a selfish mentality. Well, I want you all to me.
I'm a selfish Negro. God damn it.
But I understand. See, I'm sorry. It ain't just for you. Yeah, I want to make sure when I get dressed, I want to make sure that I represent my husband well. But in order to represent my husband, I got to be thinking about how other people are looking at me. I want people to say, "Hey, damn, man, he got a bad one. Man, he lucky." In order, I have to. Hey, look at me. Damn, baby, you fine. I'm sorry, I'm married. Women like that. Women like to say, I would, but I got a man. So if you feel that your woman ain't gonna say that, that ain't got nothing to do with other men desiring her. Because a marriage don't stop a man from desiring no woman. It don't. Because if it did, then women wouldn't be cheating as much as men in marriages. You ever looked at the stats? Men are at 53%, women are 47%, something like that. They dang near running neck and neck as far as cheating. So people can put that crap aside, talking about they just respecting the marriage. Bullshit. Dudes ain't respecting no marriages, because if it was 47% of married women wouldn't be cheating. Somebody showing them attention. Somebody desiring their ass. Somebody ain't respecting no marriage.
Well, I see a lot. I see this kind of stuff all the time. And I see some of your photos too, lady.
Yeah, I know I be bad sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you got some hot shit up there, lady boy. I'm like, damn. No wonder she agrees with Ayesha Curry. That's what I was saying.
I'm real with myself. I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend that I'm in some idealistic world. I'm just real. It is what it is. Your daggum Skippy, I want to know other men think I'm sexy. I do want to know that, because that blows my head up, and it also blows my husband's head up.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, Lady Princella.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you ladies need
nature? It's just
but I get it. I get it that you want other men to think you fine and all that kind of stuff. I get that. But why is it such a big deal that other people, strangers need to find you attractive?
Here's the thing. The way you're asking me that is the same way I ask you, explain to me why your dick get hard when you look at a certain female. You want me to explain nature, and you can't explain nature. You can't explain why you attracted to whatever because guess what? The brain responds to stimuli, and you just can't you just can't explain everything. It's just something in us. We can't explain why we like it, because all I can tell you is this: we have been getting this attention since we were young. And that is a stamp, that is an indicator of your beauty. It is something that women are used to and have been getting for a long period of time. So when that stuff instantly cuts off, okay, it does something to the female. Okay, what's going on with me? That's just a natural thing. It happens to guys too. When guys get a certain age, they start to regress. They hit that midlife crisis. It's the same thing. So when we ask a question like that, it's basically saying, look, in my mind, I think you shouldn't do this. Why are you going against my ideal? Because biology always goes against an ideal. It's ideal to say that a man should be monogamous once he says, but biology don't agree with your ideal. It don't.
So would it? Well, let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this, Lady Princella.
Yeah.
Would it be cool for the man to come out and say, hey, look, you know, I like when other hoes look at me.
Well,
you know, so would that be all right?
They pretty much do, but that's not the male vice. He's not concerned about how many women look at him, so to say. He is more concerned to know about how much access to punani he can get, but he's more concerned about his biological nature. What he does say is, just because I'm married, I'm still a man. If a fat ass pass me, I'm gonna look. He says his nature all the time. It's just not the same exact wording. The fact of the matter is, nobody is expecting the male to stop being him or human in his body. But what they're asking is the female to stop being in her nature. So if we understand it for the male, I don't understand why we don't understand it for the female. Because all we're talking about is understanding. If we understand humans are going to be human, then we understand why humans might express their feelings, okay, even when they're not consciously thinking about it. We do it all the time. Black folks do it all the time. Just like when the video with Sandra Bland that I showed you. Sandra Bland was not in her logical mind. She was in her emotional mind. Okay. How many guys go get into fights over emotion? Because it's a human thing. You're not thinking about everything consciously. You cannot. You can't do it. So all I'm saying is that we should be a little more understanding when we are looking to quote unquote condemn humans, because I promise you, if they put you, me, or anybody on a big screen when we ain't consciously thinking that the cameras are rolling, they gonna catch us doing something that the world gonna disagree with and say we should have did this, as if we are perfect, infallible people. We're not. We're not, because we're human.
Well, let me ask you a little bit of a different question then. If, let's say, for instance, that, you know, men, you know, we're more accepting of this, our women, they want other guys looking at them and fawning over them and drooling over them and all this kind of nonsense. Say we were more accepting of that. Do you think that that would heal? Would that heal the Black family collective, if you will?
No, because here's the thing. Whether you accept it or not, it ain't gonna stop no dude from desiring your woman. See, that's all your ideal. Well, if I accept it, you think it ain't destroyed. If it ain't destroyed your family and it's already happening, how you think it's gonna destroy your family when you come to the knowing that this is just reality? Because dudes do not go blind just because your wife said, I'm married. Dudes still desire you. Dudes still desire me. You don't think people hit me up? But at the end of the day, it all has to do with what I'm going to do. You can't control what she going to do, because all this is based on, well, I should control my... That ain't your place to try to control another human being. You just gotta trust that. You just gotta trust that everything is right and she gonna make the right decisions. Because a dude desiring her ain't gonna make her cheat. It ain't gonna break up your family because a person, you're not gonna stop a person's desire. The only thing that can stop is to say, you know what? I think my wife is insecure and I think she gonna cheat on me. I'm scared she gonna cheat on me. She gonna give into one of these dudes. How you know that? How you know that she just gonna go out and cheat on you? Let me tell you something. Yes, I desire males to know that I'm still sexy. My husband, I've been at home. I've been a stay-at-home mama for a whole year and a half. For a whole year and a half, I might have saw my husband twice a month, 24 hours or 48 hours on average, twice a month for a whole year and a half. Now, if I wanted to go and cheat with somebody, I had every opportunity to do so. Did I cheat? No, because that's not in my nature. That's not in my character. But don't think that dudes wasn't desiring me. Don't think I didn't have no access to dudes. So what another person desire and what ego boost I get ain't got nothing to do with my actions. Oh, well, I guess since all these dudes desiring her, she gonna go and cheat. That ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
So if dudes stop hollering at Lady Princella, would you be the next person on media saying, I need dudes wanting to holler at me?
No,
I mean, would
no.
that affect you that way? Like, okay, you say you got dudes, of course, dudes, you're a nice looking woman. So of course, dudes holler at you, they see you and all that kind of stuff. But what if that stops? Say the brakes get hit on that.
If that stopped, the one thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go make sure I get in the gym and I make sure I get myself right and tight, because at the end of the day, a lot of times a guy don't stop finding you beautiful just because you 30 or 40. It's really about how you take care of yourself. So if that stops happening, the first thing I'm gonna look at is say, okay, maybe I might have got fat or something. Maybe I lost an eye, or maybe I lost an arm.
Well, hold it. Let me stop you right there. Lady Princella. Now listen to what you saying now.
Yeah.
You saying if the brakes get hit and dudes ain't trying to holler no more, now you got to get back in the gym. Now you got to get another eye and also kind of nonsense. But you're doing it because these other dudes ain't hollering.
No,
so
not necessarily. It's at the end of the day is people are always going to respond to what they like. I mean, that's really what it is. They always going to respond to what they like. And even when you're doing, no matter if you're doing YouTube, no matter when your likability goes down, you kind of got to examine that. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not going to pretend that I don't care how people view me. I'm not going to pretend that. I do care, okay? You can go and look at my pictures from like 3 years ago, and then you look at them now, and you will see there's a difference in the care factor. It is visible. There was one point in time that I didn't give a damn about nobody. Didn't care what nobody thought about me. However, after my baby, something changed. Can I tell you what that is? No, I can't put my finger on it. But after I had the baby, something changed in me to want to be more attractive. What it was, I don't know. But I do know this. I want to be more attractive. And so I'm not going to put myself in the closet to say, you know what, I feel it's so disrespectful to want to be attractive. No, I want to be attractive for my husband, but I would be lying if I told you, yeah, I just want him to see me beautiful. No, I want many people to see me beautiful, especially since I'm doing the YouTube stuff now. So my image has a lot to do with my future success. So it's not just about any random dude. It's also about people on social media too. You can't help but to monitor your image and how other people view you. So again, when you're dealing with humanity, you kind of got to look at things from a multiple point of view. Again, I'm not dealing with something and saying the way I think it should be, even with the Sandra Bland thing, where the cops shouldn't have did this. Let me tell you something. You can train a lion to be a domestic pet all you want to and live in your house. You make one wrong move, and
It'll
that
kill
mind
him.
is going to revert back to its nature. Okay, fuck all the training, all that's out the window. It's going to revert back to nature and eat your behind alive. So no animal, no amount of training that you give an animal is going to make it forget its complete nature. It's not going to happen with humans either. So we just kind of got to be a little more understanding and work around, because what I will tell you is you'll get further with humans by understanding than you will do with condemnation.
I can agree with that, but I mean, it just seems like to me, okay, fine, you like dudes to look at you. I don't have a problem with that. But you would think that you would kind of keep that to yourself if you have a husband. I mean, if you're sitting in a group with a bunch of other women and y'all all talking about that shit, fine. If it's over in somebody's living room somewhere. But I guess my problem with it is that she did it publicly, out in public. And I know how I would, I don't think it would be anything that would make me want to leave my woman or anything like that. But I would ask her about it. I'd be like, hey, why the hell you gonna get on TV and talk about all these dudes, that you want to be looking at you, and I'm standing over there. If I'm in the studio, I'll probably march on the stage and snatch your ass up out the chair and be like, look, when we need to go outside and talk, this damn interview's over.
But that comes from the possessive. That comes from the possessiveness, because at the end of the day, my husband don't think like that. Like when I got with my husband, I let him know that I'm a straight shooter. I say I'm just real. I'm gonna tell you what's on my mind. I'm gonna tell you the way it is. Even when it came down to religion, I told my husband, I said, look, I don't believe in no religion. Okay, I'm not going to your church. Don't ask me to go to your church, and don't ask me to put no money in no collection plate. I told my husband straight up like that before we. So here's the thing: my husband is not insecure about me, because he knows that I am going to say what's on my mind, and I'm not going to hide anything, and it has nothing to do with him. So he don't have no insecurity that I'm going nowhere. It don't make him feel less of a man because, hey, she getting sexy for me. He the one that get to lay with me, not nobody else. He the one that get to experience all of the glam. But just because I want to know that other men also find me attractive, I mean, really, what does that say? That just says that the male wants the woman all to himself. He wants all her attention to him. He wants everything to be centered around him. Well, that's a problem, because you didn't buy a car. And a lot of dudes think they buy cars when they get women. Well, it's just not the reality.
So.
And where you at? Where's your picture? I'm talking to the icon.
Oh, because I had to. I got something going on here. Don't worry, I'm coming back.
Okay. Yeah, I just find it weird me talking to them.
But this is the thing. Okay, fine. I mean, Lady Princella, me and you are cool. I mean, we've been dealing with each other for a long time. But I disagree with you to a point on this. Like I said, I get it. Y'all women, y'all like dudes looking at y'all and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I get it. But I just don't believe that it's a woman's place to come out and say it out loud. I mean, call me whatever you want to call me, because I think that way. But you probably shouldn't be saying it out loud. If you like men to look at you, fine, like it, but keep your damn mouth shut, and don't be saying it on no damn TV.
But that's the thing. It's just here's the thing. When people start talking about positive and negative, right and wrong, the reality is all of those things are subjective. Priscilla, it's an absolute right and wrong. No, it ain't. Because your perception on what is right and wrong is based on your core beliefs and your ideals and the emotions that you attach to it. So if it make you feel bad, you're going to say it's wrong. Even though it's nothing but a situation, circumstance, and event. It's the emotion that you attach to it. So all you're doing is attaching a negative emotion because you have a negative outlook on it, which is making you say it's bad. Okay, well, unfortunately, I can't feel what you feel. So I can't tell you that the negative feelings that you feel are wrong. But what I can tell you for me is that I don't have a feeling like that. And I know, being that person, that desiring to know that males still find you attractive is not synonymous to your woman being accessible. It's not synonymous to saying that, okay, that means she's open to sleep with it. Let me tell you something. Women don't sleep with every dude that look their way. If that was the case, that means women would be sleeping with 20 and 30 guys a night if it was all about, let me just go have sex with somebody. If we don't sleep with everybody that's, hey, mom, look, I went to the gym, got my gym membership. Dude got a major crush on me at the gym. Gave me a discount on my sign up, and every time I go in there, he wink at me and all of that. After I told him I was married, that didn't stop him from winking. But let me ask you, how many times I talked to this dude on the phone? None. How many times I went out with the dude? None. I just see him at the gym, he wink. I know I'm cute. I do my workout, I go home. I know he got a crush on me, and
So is it's your take that as men, we should be okay with this? We should be cool with this.
but here's the thing. You ain't got to be cool with it. It's still gonna happen. So at the end of the day, you just mad at reality. And you're mad that reality won't fit your ideal. Well, guess what? It's gonna happen. So in that case, what you gonna do? You gonna go up there and fight the dude for winking at me? What you gonna do? You gonna take your, don't you be looking at my wife? Is that what you're gonna do? Because you ain't gonna stop it.
Yeah, well, I realize that. Okay. I realize that dudes, when they see a woman, they're gonna try to holler at her and all that kind of stuff. But you would like to know, as a man, that she's not glomming it up,
Okay,
that's not making her day by all these dudes hollering at her. I mean, your woman's out by herself. Of course, dudes are gonna try to holler at her and say shit to her.
Now you want her to not be human and not like the
No. I didn't say not like it. What I said was, I don't want that to be the highlight of her day. Because 5 dudes winked at her. That's the highlight of her damn day.
Who said it was the highlight? Who said it was the highlight of somebody's day? Just because a person has insecurities, let me tell you, it's a human trait. It's a human reality to go up and down in your emotional system. You got to understand, women all over the world experience this, especially after they done had kids, because your body changes. Everything about you changes after you have a child. Okay? Typically, a lot of dudes, how many dudes just walk off and leave a woman after they done got her pregnant? A lot of that plays on the psychology of a woman. And so when it comes to the male, everybody say, women, you need to understand men, understand men, understand men, understand men. But there is no mutual thing. There has to be mutual understanding for both of the sexes, because if it's not, you're going to continue to fight. You're going to continue to bicker. You're going to continue to go after each other. So here's the thing. When it comes to this, we're talking about this perspective for Ayesha Curry. Okay? So this is not taking up, well, I want people to understand. This is not taking up for women. Because if it was, then I would have never made the Sandra Bland video. I would have never made the Sandra Bland video that shows the nasty attitudes that Black women typically hold, which causes negative things to happen to them. So this is not about taking sides. This is really about just looking at things for what they are. Now, how you perceive it in your mind, what you think things should be, that's no different than pro-Black people saying the cop should have just gave her a ticket. And he should have just let her go and should have just let her disrespect him. Well, that's not how life works. The cops are still human. Women are still human. Men are still human. So are we going to judge this based on what is, or are we going to judge this based on the way we wish things were and how we ain't got no power? And since we ain't got no power to force things to be the way we want them to be, we going to get mad at we're going to get mad at everybody. We're going to get mad at the world. I don't come from that, because at the end of the day, especially when I'm doing my life coaching, it is not my job to make somebody feel that they are in total error because of an ideal. It ain't my job to say if you don't go to church, then you going to hell. Because that's an ideal. That's a philosophy. Okay? That's not. This is what's going on. Now, if you want things, if you want to improve things, these are the things that you can do to make these changes. Okay, so I don't really want to get into an ideal. I'm just saying this is the way it is. And so everybody is looking at this Ayesha Curry through the filters of what they wish the world was and what they feel on the inside. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying this is what it is.
But I mean, you're correct. I mean, people hold men and women to different standards. I mean, it's hard to hold a man and a woman to the same standards. You know, you can hold men and women on the same standards on certain things, but some things you cannot. But this is my thing, and this is the rub here. Not so much that, you know, she said it out in public. I mean, that's a goddamn problem, of course. But I think it would be different, Lady Princella. Say it was 5, 6 dudes sitting around, right? And say Brother Curry, say he sat up there and said, you know, my wife, you know, she got all these dudes, you know, looking at her and shit, you know, and I want hoes to be looking at me like that. I want hoes to like me like that. So people would look at it totally different. The media would erupt. It would freaking erupt if he said that.
That's the part that y'all don't get. Y'all think that if it's not exactly the same, that it ain't the same. The fact of the matter is that's not the male vice. The male vice is not to sit up here and be desired the same way to the female, because the male is typically, he is used to not getting that type of attention. Steph Curry's attention, that's a different level of attention for a male. The average male is not getting that attention. The average male is not having sex like that. The average male don't have his picks and chooses like that. And I know that because I've already done the experiments on dating apps. Check this out. A female page, a female app, a picture, she'll garner thousands of dudes in her inbox. On the male side, they not getting hit up like that. They not. A dude will send you a message. If you send him a message back, he gonna keep trying to engage with you. The female can't even engage like that because she's inundated with messages. Her whole inbox. You send a message, before she responds, she done got 10 more messages in her inbox. Dudes are not getting that. So their vice is not the same as the female. Because you're not used to getting that attention like the female is, you're not losing out on anything when you get 5 years or 6 years later. So it's not the same. So the male is not going to say that. But what the male will say, like I've said 3 times already, he will say, even though I'm married, I'm still a man. And if a woman with a fat ass pass, I'm going to look. He will say that in front of his wife. He will also persuade his wife to be okay with that. Okay, that's his vice. That's his.
Are those two things the same thing, though, Lady Princella? Him saying that and her saying what she said, those are the same things.
It is, because it's their nature. It's your nature. It is your nature. It is your biological nature to be visually attracted to women. And being married is not going to turn that off. It is the woman's nature to be desired by men. So what we're talking about is nature versus nature. We're not saying, because that is not a part of your nature for women to just be rushing after you. That is not the average male experience. The average male experience is being turned on visually by women. That's your experience. Attention and attraction is her experience. So now we're looking at the male and the female natural vice. So it is the same. So the male is allowed to express his nature and persuade the woman to be okay with it. I'm still a man, but she's still a woman. You want her to be okay with your nature, but you're not okay with hers. It's okay for you to say that publicly, but it's not okay for her because this is both y'all's natures. So we're going to say we need to shut your nature down, but we're not going to shut mine down. No, it's either it's going to be equal or it's not. Either you want us to understand you and you understand us. Because you do have two different vices.
Yeah, I get that, but I still kind of disagree with you.
Okay,
I disagree that it's the same. Okay, you say that's, and by the way, y'all, we here live with Lady Princella Clark, and I disagree with her ass on this.
You fighting?
If you wanna subscribe to Lady Princella channel, you look down there in the description box, you can see, hit the link. Go ahead, subscribe to her channel. She talks about good shit, even though I disagree with her ass tonight. I disagree. I disagree with you tonight, lady.
Red Pill and MGTOW. They say the same exact thing when it comes to the female's nature. The female likes attention. That's her nature. Okay? That's her nature that she has to govern. Your nature is not that. Your nature is being visually turned on by women. So we're talking about nature versus nature. You can't take something that ain't no vice to you and then say, okay, well, if it's the same, but it ain't, because that ain't no vice. That ain't even nothing hard for you to do because you go through life not getting the attention of women. You go through life in middle school begging for a girl to look at you. You go through high school begging for the popular girl to look at you. Those females don't have to beg for no attention. They automatically get it. They've been automatically getting it since they was 13 years old on the cheerleading squad. 25-year-old dudes looking at 13-year-old girls. 30-year-old dudes looking at 17-year-old girls. Older women and attractive women ain't paying no attention like that. That's not your vice. Your vice is being sexually turned on by women because that's the hardest thing for you to control because it's a part of your nature. That is a part of her nature. So we can't say that it ain't the same because it is. So it's either you gonna respect a woman and not tell her publicly that you gonna look at other women because you a man, even though you know that's your vice, and then turn around and say, I know that you being desired is your vice, but I want you to stop being human. I'm gonna still be the man, but I want you to stop being a woman.
Well, I don't think, well, let me ask you this. Do you think that she may have overstated it a little bit? I mean, in reality, she dolls herself up. You know, she's not a bad looking woman. So do you think that she may have over exaggerated the fact that, men don't look at me? Do you think she may have overstated that? Because I think I smell, at least half of bullshit in that line.
I don't know. I don't know because I'm not there. And I'm not totally 100% in her mind. I don't know if she looks at her social media. I don't know what she actually does. So I don't know if she's basing this off of what people say on social media. I don't know if she's basing this off of what people do in public. I don't know where that's coming from. So I can't really say because I know for me, I get a lot of comments on social media. I also get a lot of looks in public. So it's like, okay, well, I know I get looks. So I'm like, okay, well, if people looking, I must be attractive. So I don't know. But here's a thing. People don't judge things off of what they are. They judge it on what they believe it to be. And so I'm going to use the Sandra Bland video that I just did again to prove it, because you watched the whole, did you watch the whole video?
Watched the whole thing.
So you saw how I broke down every single step to show you how her mind created a situation to be that wasn't even there. She saw it a certain way, but when you look at the raw footage, it's not even that way at all. Nowhere is it, but it is in her mind. So I don't know I know the reason why Sandra Bland's perception on reality was the way it was, but I don't know enough about Ayesha Curry to say why her perception on reality is the way it is. Because I don't know what she's basing this. I don't know what she put her in her mind, but I do know what Sandra Bland put in her mind. And that's how I can see how she saw reality. So, I don't know what she sees. I would have to do a little bit more research on that.
I watched the whole video. I watched some of that. I watched some of those ratchet ass chicks that you had in the beginning too, inside the fast food restaurants. I saw the little chick, roll up on the big dude, and just straight ratchetness. You got into the meat and potatoes of it when you got to the Sandra Bland thing. The other stuff was just pure D comedy relief for the most part.
Actually, no, it wasn't comedy relief. No. The purpose of me showing that was to parallel Sandra's attitude with those chicks. That was the same exact attitude that she had at that traffic stop. None of them had respect for authority. None of them. I even showed you how she was already ready for confrontation, just like all those other chicks. All of them was ready for confrontation. Before anything even got started, she was already programmed for confrontation. Why was she programmed? I went into that, why she was. And I went into how people see things through the filters of their core beliefs. And I explained all of that. It's because I had all of the information on Sandra Bland to be able to do that. In order for me to do that with Ayesha Curry, I need to know exactly what she's feeding her mind. I need to know how she's seeing the world, because I really need to know her core beliefs. So I only got a snapshot. If you know a person's core beliefs, you can pretty much see what they see.
Okay, so we talking about attention tonight, right?
Yeah.
So is that the things that you showed, that you exhibited on the video that I watched? Do you believe that those things are those some type of quasi pseudo attention grabs? Are they?
Somewhat, but not wholly, because the majority of it, though, that's truly their character. How did their character get that way? It has a lot to do with monkey see, monkey do. All right, monkey see, monkey do. And then on top of that, dudes are so weak behind sex and punani that they literally let these chicks get away with murder. See, a chick with a fat behind will get away with pretty much anything. So this has gassed their heads up dramatically to the point that that the filters that they're using are the filters based on how much people allow them to get away with based on their physical appearance. So they done created these filters. And so they literally are allowed to do whatever they want, say what they want, and don't think nobody's supposed to do nothing. So it ain't even, the attention only amplifies that, because it's like, okay, I'm getting attention. They believe that people are on their side, because every time you do, ooh, she told you, laugh, all of those are positive reinforcement gestures, which only exacerbates her attitude. Then when a guy, because he does not understand that the nature of a female is to be desired by men, when he sleeps with her, he has further applauded her behavior. He don't realize that. This is why women fight other women. This is why women pride themselves on, quote unquote, taking another person's man. The guy don't even know, by you sleeping with this chick, you are applauding her behavior, which is amplifying this, because her whole makeup is to be desired by a man. That's her whole makeup. And once you start to desire her, she thinks she the one. She thinks she's doing the right thing. And if you don't believe that, how many of these chicks will say, that's all right, I got a man, he want me, he over my house all the time? How many times you hear them say that? because it's all about the attention that she can get from a dude. And every time he give it to her, that's a positive reinforcement gesture.
Well, can that be somewhat destructive though?
It is destructive. It is. You don't have to say somewhat. It is very destructive. And the reason why, and people think that they fighting white supremacy. This is why I talk. People think they fighting white supremacy. You ain't fighting white supremacy, baby. You fighting yourself. Because see, the system, these folks so cold that they done set the system up and the traps in line with your nature that you have a problem governing. They know that you can't stop having sex. They know you can't. So all the traps they're gonna set up is in line with the stuff that you can't stop yourself from doing. They know that you can't turn down a fat ass. Where every trap, child support, broken homes, all of that is gonna come from the inability to govern your nature.
The inability to not be able to resist a fat ass.
Inability to govern one's self. So you always gonna be fighting this battle because you fighting self. So you know what? I'm like, until people stop with this idealistic mentality and just because the truth will set you free. The reason why people can't move forward because they lie to themselves every day. And one of the word should is based on idealism. People should do this, but they ain't doing this. So that means you can't base your actions off of what you think people should do. You need to base your actions off of what people are doing. The majority of people can't see life like that. They see life through the filters of what they believe. Christians see life based on the filters of a Christian belief. They don't see life based on what is. So they can't make proper adjustments to anything because the adjustments that they're making are adjustments to their illusion, which is not even there. It's not even real. So you don't make no progress. You don't make no progress.
Yeah, but isn't that where our standards come from, though, Lady Princella? Like what we believe is right and wrong. That's our compass. That's our parameters. What we believe is right and wrong, right?
Everybody got a different perception on what they believe is right and wrong. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So ain't that the motivation for why it's so much conflict? Yes, it is. So this is why the matrix that you trapped in, you're not going to be able to escape this until you're dead and gone, because it's always going to be a catch-22. You always going to be fighting somebody. And when this is why monks choose to be monks, because they know that all this stuff that we talking about ain't nothing but a bunch of dead end avenues. They just don't even participate. All they do is focus on their chi and mastering oneself, and they let the world and the people in their multiple worlds do what they gonna do, because they know there ain't no change in none of this, because everybody's always gonna interject their personal beliefs. Well, this is what I believe, and I think you should concede to me. Well, no, this is what I believe. I think you should concede to me. And now you begin to fight. The thing is that two people who have an understanding, no matter what you believe, they should understand. No matter what you believe, they should be doing. The only people who it should matter to are the people who are in their agreement. So if my husband, whatever my husband and I do, and what we agree on and what we understand with each other, that ain't got nothing to do with nobody else's ideal. Because what somebody else think, well, why she doing the social media thing, or why she dressed like that? My husband and I, we talk about it, and we don't have no problem. We don't have trust issues. We don't have insecurities. When I go to sleep at night, I go to sleep. My brain shuts down. I'm not worried about if my husband out cheating on me. When he go to sleep, he not up in the middle of the night worrying if my wife's sleeping with somebody else. Oh, I wonder who she texting. Guess what? My husband know I'm on the phone with you. My husband don't know you, but any dude that I'm talking to, even if he ain't met him, he know ain't nothing going on. So he knew it was a dude calling my phone. He was right in here. You ain't the only dude that called my phone. I had 4 dudes call my phone today. My husband know that ain't nothing going on with me and none of them. We don't have those issues. So when other people say that, if I said I had 4 dudes call my phone, a dude that's insecure about his man, he must be a simp. I wouldn't let my wife be on the phone with no dude. Well, that's y'all issues, whatever your core beliefs are, but we don't have that problem over here. When he on the phone with whoever, I'm not asking him who you on the phone with. When he leave and he gone, I'm not asking him where he at, because we don't have those issues. You know, so it's an individual thing. And so what Steph Curry and Ayesha Curry understand, it don't matter what nobody else understand, because your ideal ain't theirs.
Yeah, I get that, but would you agree that that is somewhat unique? You know, in a relationship, especially a marriage, that's a unique thing where, you know, it's all right for your woman to say she want other dudes looking at her. It's all right for for the man to always be talking about, you know, I'm looking at fat asses and I want other hoes and all this kind of nonsense. Isn't that unique for that to work? Okay, it may not be unique people doing it, but it's unique for something like that to be working, right? Would you agree to that?
I will say I will say is unique for something like that to work, because it all boils down back to understanding. Here's the thing. What is understanding? Understand the prerequisite to understand anything is listening, active listening, not interjecting your feelings, not interjecting your beliefs, active listening. Then you grow to understand something. When you got 2 people that understand the inner workings of what's going on with them as humans, and they cohesive, anything can work. You got polyamorous relationships working, you got polyandry relationships working, you got all kind of relationships working. It all boils down to understanding. That's really what it all boils down to. As long as 2 people understand each other and they agree and they ain't got, it's not a problem. But what we understand, you might not understand. And so you're judging what we got going on based on your individual understanding, which is based on your core beliefs and your feelings and your experiences and stuff. You know, that's just what it is. You can tell you, I can't see your followers. I can't see nobody in the comment section. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm writing it now because I know the dudes want to get at you with this shit, especially the dudes who follow me, because they probably agree with me and disagree with you, Lady Princella. Because I disagree with your ass tonight, lady. I usually agree with you, but tonight I disagree with your ass.
You disagree on feeling, not logic.
No, I disagree with the fact that you say it's okay for her to say it in public.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Well, what'd you say then? What'd you say?
Because see, that's what I'm talking about. Active listening. Because nowhere did I say anything about what is okay and what is not, because that.
Oh, okay. Let me rephrase then. No, you didn't say that. But what you said was, well, you know, that's your idea of what's not right. You said that. Okay. I'll rephrase it. You said that.
Here's the thing. A person that loves animals and chooses to become a vegan, these people believe that they are right. Why do they believe that they're right? They believe that they're right based on their emotional attachment to animals. They believe that they're right based on their belief that humans ain't supposed to eat meat because we wasn't designed. That's what they believe. But guess what? A meat eater also thinks that they're right. And it's based on the fact that they've been eating meat since they was young. They like meat, and people been eating meat for centuries and are still healthy. So here's the thing. Right and wrong is based on your perception and your core beliefs. What I'm telling you is I don't have no preconceived beliefs and ideals about how other people should operate. What I'm telling you is that people are human, and I'm understanding why humans do what they do. Okay, when it comes to what you want, it is based on your ideal, and if it doesn't agree with your ideal, you're automatically going to say it's wrong. Hence why vegans tell meat eaters they're wrong, and why meat eaters tell vegans they're wrong. It ain't got nothing to do with whether it's actually right or wrong. It has everything to do with what you believe in your mind to be right for you. That's all that is. I'm not even getting into that argument.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that you don't have a right to feel what you feel. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is this. Find somebody that you agree with, who you share the same views with. Okay? Because I can't be with somebody, me personally, that don't seek first understanding and then to be understood. Seek first understanding and then to be understood. Everybody want to be understood, but nobody wants to understand. When you open your mind to understand other people and then they understand you, then now you're operating on true foundation, and now tweaks can be made with your ideals that you build together. But forcing other people into your ideals and them trying to force you into their ideals, you're always going to have conflict. I'm not putting my ideals on what I think people should and shouldn't do. All I'm saying is this is why people do what they do, and I understand it. That's all I'm saying.
So you're not saying it's okay or not okay. You're just saying that you understand it. So you on the fence, right? You're neutral then, right?
Yeah, I'm completely neutral, because at the end of the day, right and wrong again is going to be based on people's perceptions, based on their ideal of what they think people should do and should. And so when I say ideal, y'all gotta understand, I'm gonna pull up the definition of ideal, because what y'all are talking about is an ideal. It's not is not nothing about reality. The definition for ideal is satisfying one's conception of what is perfect and most suitable. That's what an ideal means. Okay, in your mind, this is the most suitable action for her. This is the most suitable way to approach this. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, this is the way things are. When I approach people, especially being a life coach, I can't approach a person with an ideal of the way I think the world should be. So you know what? I'm gonna tell you, you're wrong, because this is the way I think the world should be. No, no, no. We're going to strip all of that ideal stuff away, and we're going to focus on being human, and we're going to focus on what's real. Now, the question is where do you want to go in your life? What outcomes do you want in your life, so we can help you build an ideal for you that can help you be more fulfilled in your life? That's it. I'm staying out of she shouldn't have did this, she shouldn't have did it, because the fact of the matter, the reason why she did it, the same way, the reason why males do what they do is because they're human. That's why.
Yeah, but I think that shouldn't marriage govern particular behaviors.
But
Maybe that's not one of the behaviors that should be governed. I don't know. But I would assume, and I would venture to say that, marriage should govern particular behaviors. Some behaviors need to be governed under that marriage, right?
well,
Or no?
you have to first ask yourself what marriage is. Marriage is an agreement between two people. So what you think people should agree on, everybody is going to agree on something different. Just like every business has different agreements and different contracts. If I'm doing a real estate deal, the deal and the contract that I sign with party A is not going to be the same deal I sign with party B. Selling cars the same way. The deal that I make with you on appraising your car and your vehicle is not going to be the same deal that I'm gonna make with this person. It's all different. So we don't get to say that there's a static way that an agreement should be made between two people. It's whatever these people agree on. Okay. So if you say, okay, we're going to be an exclusive relationship, and the deal breaker is infidelity. Okay, we are only having sex with each other. That is an agreement that those two make. But then you could turn around and say, okay, well, we're not doing a monogamous agreement. We're going to do a polygamous agreement. Okay, those are two different types of agreements with two different types of rules, two different types of boundaries. Then you got the polyamorous relationships or the polyandry relationships. Those are all different agreements. So there is no such thing as static. So we can't say what's right and wrong, because what's right to a monogamous couple ain't right to a polygamous couple. So it, again, is all based on what people find most suitable. What you find most suitable is not what they gonna find most suitable. So I can't get caught up. I can't tell you what you're gonna do, but I can't get caught up in saying what people should and shouldn't do. All you can ask me is to look at this and judge what is. And all I'm telling you is what is, not what I think. Because if you want to ask me what I think should, well, I'm already doing what I think should be done. I'm married. I have a great marriage. I don't have no problems in it. He don't have no problem. Yeah, we can tweak some stuff here and there, but the major issues, we don't have none.
So is right and wrong subjective now? Is there a certain subjectiveness to right and wrong? There is no, you say there's nothing static. Okay, so that means right and wrong is subjective,
right,
based on individuals.
It's always subjective. You know why it's always subjective? Because it's because right and wrong, people are motivated to say what's right and wrong based off of their feelings. Because a woman will say it's wrong for a male to be in his nature because it makes her feel bad. It makes her feel bad. You're saying she's wrong because when you think about what she's doing, you're thinking about how you feel about it. So right and wrong, when people say it, when people say positive, negative, good, bad, right and wrong, they're saying it based on how they feel about whatever it is they're talking about, because that changed from minute to minute, second to second, hour to hour. Okay. One day a vegan will say, oh, you wrong. And then once they change their mind and start eating meat again, they no longer wrong.
Well, I'm going to start sending out some emails. I'm going to start getting some of these dudes up here, because I know they have a few questions for you.
Yes, I want to ask. Can I? Look, I am so cold. Can you hold on? I got to get a jacket. And
go ahead. I'm gonna send out a few emails. Okay. I'm gonna send out a few emails to the brothers. Y'all know who y'all are. I'm gonna go ahead and send a few out, because I know y'all want to ask her about this shit. Because I told her I disagree with her. I disagree with her tonight.
Disagree, keep on.
I disagree with Lady Clark tonight. Usually me and her, we pretty much, in agreement, but tonight, not so much. Yeah, not so damn much tonight. Because I don't buy that whole, it's her nature, to have guys look at her. So hey, of course
you can look at the evidence. You can't fight the evidence.
You get up, so it's all right for her to get up there and talk about how she need guys to drool over her and shit. I don't agree with that shit. I don't. So whoever want to come up, you want to come up. I sent it to my brother Art. I sent it to my man Jay Shine. Anybody else want to come up? Go ahead and write me. You see my email right there, prophetofthought@yahoo.com. Go ahead and write me, and you can question Lady Princella on her stance on this here shit we got going on tonight. Because y'all already know I disagree with the shit. I just do. I mean, she's making a good case. Yeah, she is making a good case, but I'm not convinced. Yeah, I'm not nowhere near convinced to her side.
You're fighting it, but I can show you. I can show you the stats.
That's fine. That's fine. Check your emails, brothers. I emailed y'all so y'all can come up here and you know, maybe she can convince y'all of this shit, but shit, it's not working on me.
No, you fighting. You gonna go to sleep with. You gonna go to sleep and have a nightmare about this.
I disagree with you, Lady Princella. I disagree with you on the fact that it's like, you know, oh well, you know, it's your ideal of what's right. I also disagree that right and wrong is subjective.
Come on.
Some things, okay, let me rephrase that. Some things, some right and wrong things are subjective, but a lot of shit, we know it's right, we know it's wrong. You know, most shit that's right and wrong, we know it.
No.
We can throw that subjective shit out there, but
no, you think you know what's right and wrong. I promise you that everything that you think is wrong is based on how it make you feel. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. A lot of the stuff that goes on, you got to understand, humans have animal DNA. Okay. The brain structure of humans is like a dual thing with the animal nature and a human side, the part that makes them rational thinkers. But guess what? Murder still happens because of what? The human nature. Rape happens, incest, pedophilia, or child molestation. All of that is a result of their animal nature. It goes on in the animal kingdom.
mm-hmm.
The only reason why you say those things are wrong is because of the way it makes you feel when you observe it. So the majority of people will say child molestation is wrong. Why? Because it makes them feel fucked up when they think about it. That's what makes them say it's wrong. However, when you look in nature, the reality is that shit goes on in nature. That's the reality. But it don't make humans feel good. Okay, so they'll label it as wrong, even though nature supports it. Okay, they'll label murder wrong, even though nature supports it because of the way it make them feel. So yes, it is subjective because people are basing right and wrong off of the way things make them feel. So guess what? You watched it. I don't know if you ever saw the show Power, but there's a lot of killing that goes on in there. Some of these murders, people don't give a fuck about, and they think they justified. They don't have no ill feeling about what they did. You see people that go to jail a lot that don't have no remorse, zero remorse. They don't feel bad about it. And then if you ask them, would they change anything? They'll tell you they'll do it again. So they don't think it's wrong. They don't think it's right. Okay. But the people on the outside judging it, it make them, because it might have been your child. It might have been your family member. So that make you feel fucked up and say, this is wrong. This is wrong. People base right and wrong, good and bad, positive and negative off of how they feel, the emotions they attach to what happened. So yes, it is subjective because people will look at that and say the most suitable way that this person should have handled this, the most suitable way that this should go is this. The reality is humans hate humans. Humans hate humans because their ideals, they create everything in their mind to try to stop humans from being human. That's the reality. They want humans to not be or exhibit any part of their animal nature. They hate it that much that they create these ideals and think that nature is going to change just because you create an ideal. It's not. People going to continue to kill people. People going to still continue to be sexually attracted to minors. Because guess what? Unfortunately, nature ain't fair and nature don't give a damn about your ideal. It don't. No matter how much you think a 26-year-old should not be with a 14-year-old, it ain't gonna stop his dick from getting hard. If you see a 14-year-old that's built like a nice looking woman, it's just not. Unfortunately, nature is savage and don't give a damn.
Well, but isn't that what separates us from animals? That we don't react totally on nature. I mean, we're humans, so we have to think and all that kind of shit.
You have to, but here's the thing: the ideal, the only thing that separates the human from the animal is the ability to create an ideal and try to live up to it. The fact of the matter is, no matter how much you try, you still can fall into your nature. And so now we have to analyze, okay, we're still dealing with humans. We can't look through the lens of saying so harshly that this ideal is ironclad. You still got to recognize that the people are human. So you do have to have a little empathy, a little compassion, a little understanding to say, hey, okay, I know this ideal is the way, but I'm still dealing with humans. Let me have a little patience. Let me have a little understanding. That's all I'm saying. We can't just go immediately into condemning people, because the moment that you do that, you don't leave room for people to truly express, because this cuts off people's listening. Now, I'm not coming from, again, you got to understand, I'm not coming from an ideal. I'm coming from a human perspective, from a person who does work with people a lot. I have to listen to people. You don't know how many people I done helped. I done got people out from committing suicide. I done help fix relationships. I done help break up toxic relationships and help these people move on and help people from stop being guilty. So you got to understand, that's the perspective I'm coming from. Not from she shouldn't have did this. This is wrong. No. I'm not getting into all that.
Because right and wrong is subjective. Right? Because right and wrong is subjective, right?
It is.
Now you say that, it's our nature, which I agree with you on that. I agree, we have certain things that's part of our nature. But I'll say again, what separates us from the animals is that some of those things we actually can suppress. We don't marry freaking children that are 7. We don't, we don't do that shit. We don't, crazy shit like that.
You don't think they supposed to do stuff like that, but people do stuff like that. Hence why they talked about Muhammad marrying a 9-year-old girl. Mm-hmm. That's why the Hebrew Israelites think that it's acceptable to sleep with a girl soon as she get her period. So here's the thing: right and wrong is subjective. It is based on how people feel about certain things, because if it wasn't subjective, you wouldn't have the Hebrew Israelites with their Power Ranger outfits on speaking and preaching that it's okay to sleep with a child because she got her period.
Now, why you had to say the Power Ranger outfit?
Well, they look like the Purple Rangers. You know that. Okay, they look like.
Well, see, I'm cool with a lot of Hebrew Israelites, so
Are they the ones that wear the pink, the purple?
Nah, I don't. The ones I know don't wear the Power Ranger suits that you're talking about. The Power Rangers.
But you got to be honest. You got the Muslims over there preaching that, well, Muhammad had him a 9-year-old girl, and they over there marrying children. Do you know that child marriage is still legal in the U.S., especially in Florida? Do you know that 12-year-old children are still getting married in the U.S.? So what I'm saying is, right and wrong is subjective and has changed over time, because remember, at one point, it was believed to be right to have people as slaves. Again, right and wrong is subjective, and it often changes, because if it wasn't subjective, everything would have been static from the beginning of time. But the shit done changed so much. It used to be okay to marry kids. Collectively, for the majority, they don't believe it's okay to marry kids, even though it's still legal in California, even though it's still legal in Florida. You still got 14 and 15-year-old kids being married to overgrown adults. So we got to be honest about the subjectivity of what is right and wrong, because it ain't static.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Is human nature subjective, or is it absolute?
Well, no, that's pretty much Static right there. And the reason why I say this, here's the thing. We all know that our body is made up of biochemical processes. Your sex drive is dependent on what's going on with you biologically. If your testosterone drops, your sex drive drops. If it's high, then your sex drive will probably be high. So your sexual activity is based solely on a biological or biochemical process in your body that you physically have no control over unless you go to a doctor or take some type of drugs. You ain't got no control. That is what it is. The same thing with the female. I know when that last time we talked, what people always say is that the woman should do this. Well, science has shown that there are certain chemical processes that occur during the petting stage when people are about to have sex. There's something in the brain that makes it difficult for people to disengage with sex. It's something that goes on in the brain. So when people are walking through life not knowing these details, they create illusions or beliefs in their mind that go against what nature says. The reason why white people or the people, whoever it is running the system, the reason why they're winning is because they don't do what the average person do. They base their actions on what data they get. What nature say is going to happen, what nature say the result is going to be, they take this data and they center everything that they do around the results that nature say they're going to get if you do X, Y, and Z. That's why they're winning. The reason why Margaret Sanger was able to successfully set up Planned Parenthood is because she got the data from John Calhoun with the rat utopian experiment. They are scientific and surgical in everything they do. Everybody else operates on idealism. That's the difference. So they're going to continue to win and they're going to continue to beat everybody else when everybody else is saying, well, I think it should be this way. Don't nobody care what you think it should be. This is what it is. Even when you go and you think about doing YouTube stuff, YouTube then got so difficult, you got to pay attention to the algorithms. You got to pay attention to how things are. You can't create content based on what you want to talk about and what you want to do and how you think things should go. If you don't look at the data and center everything that you do around the data, chances are you ain't going to be successful. So we can create illusions in our mind or we can create our plans based on what is. And all I'm talking about is what is, which is human nature. And if we want better relationships with people, we're going to have to understand human nature and build things around it and not what we think should be as opposed to it, if that makes sense.
So, all right, you say that human nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
That controls us for the most part, right? Which I agree. Mm-hmm. Okay, human nature controls us for the most part. I agree with that part.
Mm-hmm.
I think where I disagree is where you can't suppress part of your human nature. Part of your human nature you can suppress. I think that is no, I didn't say you said it, but what I'm saying is that part of your human nature you can suppress. Certain things about your human nature you can suppress, right?
Yeah, you can. But here's the thing. What you're now getting into is the concept of being a man and a woman. Because see, what we're talking about is males and females.
Who's got more suppression power over their nature, in your opinion, men or women? Who has more? Or is it even? Is it static, as you say?
It's static, because here's the thing. What the female's vice is not your vice. What is the male's vice? First of all, the male has much more testosterone in his body than the female does. So because you have higher levels of testosterone, the most difficult part for you to govern is your sex drive. You have about 9 point something. You got a lot of testosterone as far as the scientific numerical value. Okay, all right. The female don't have as much. When a female is mating with a male, you want to know what kissing does? You have testosterone in your mouth. So when you kiss a woman, what you're essentially doing is giving her more testosterone to ramp up her sex drive. That's the purpose of kissing. Okay. So that is why women need more foreplay and all of that, because their testosterone levels, which is responsible for libido, are lower than the male. Okay. So that means sex becomes your vice. But estrogen, oxytocin, and all that other stuff is responsible for the female's emotional side. Okay. So that becomes her vice. Being a man and a woman is about self-control and discipline. The female has to be more disciplined, not for her sex drive, because she don't have nothing ramping up her sex drive. Testosterone is not a problem for her. What is a problem for her is her emotions. Your problem is sex. So now you have to do things to govern your vice, and she has to do things to govern her vice. This is why I say we can't say, well, if a man was to say the exact same, no, because y'all don't have the same vices. You have different vices that you have to govern. Because she don't have the testosterone, guess what? She not waking up in the middle of the night thinking about no penis. You wake up in the morning with a heart on. She not waking up in the morning with no heart on, or that's not her vice. She don't have to pass by a man and look at him and immediately start thinking about sex and can't wait. You the one that think about sex every 5 to 20 seconds. That's not the female's vice. But what the female's vice is, talking. Men don't have as many words as the women do. So women are more prone to talk than the male is. So it comes down to what is your vice and how are you going to govern yourself? What is your vice and how you going to govern yourself? You know, so yes, a female and a male who reach manhood and womanhood status can govern themselves better than a savage, because a male who allows his body to control his mind, he's not a man. And a female who allows her mouth to control her mind, or her biology to control her mind, they're not women. A man and a woman uses their mind to govern their body. A man and a woman have the ability to fast. Animals don't fast. Animals don't do Ramadan. Animals don't do that. Humans can. Jesus went in to the pasture and then he fasted so that way he could gain control over the body. Animals don't have the ability to do that. So what we're essentially talking about is humans or animals trying to make them get into a higher state of mind. These people do not have any inkling of what we're talking about. They are unaware of this. They operating solely on their biology. They're operating solely on their behavioral science patterns. They are unaware of everything I just said. They don't know nothing about no testosterone. They don't know nothing about how kissing transfers testosterone from the male's mouth to the female's mouth to increase her libido. They don't know nothing about that. Why? Because one, they're not read. They don't care about human nature. They just go off of how they feel.
Well, none of the brothers came up. I guess they're going to let you have it tonight. I guess they're going to let you have it tonight. But I mean, you always come up here, Lady Princella. You make good points, but I still disagree with you about the Ayesha Curry shit. Okay, I don't agree with you with that shit. I just don't. But that doesn't matter. Um, I want to ask you a few more things before I let you go.
Mhm.
Now, I know you got another channel now, right? So, won't you tell everybody? Because I watched a couple of your videos today, but a lot of people in here don't. And by the way, if you want to subscribe to her channel, look down in the old description box down there, and you will see. Go ahead, hit the link. Go ahead, sign up, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, because you can get more of this shit here that I
Right.
disagree with down there on her channel. But but Lady Princella, won't you tell everybody what your channel is about? Because I know it's kind of that's a new channel that you have, right? That's not the Karma Unreal channel, right? That's it. Okay.
I changed. Actually, it's the same channel, but I changed the name.
Okay. Well, won't you tell everybody what it's about?
Okay, that channel, I talk about a wide variety of topics, because the whole purpose of that is to get people to understand things. Because a lot of times we have a lot of preconceived beliefs, and we don't want to hear what nobody else got to say. So now, because we don't want to hear what nobody else has to say, we kind of create our own lies that we tell ourselves. So I take situations that are, every day, and I kind of give people a perspective that's more closely related to reality without all of the fluff. So I pride myself on using denotative definitions to, explain concepts that's going on out here. So we'll be talking about a lot of stuff, like I referenced it a few times in the video, but I just did a whole video on Sandra Bland because a lot of Black people look at Sandra Bland's case through the filters of victimization, because Black people really believe in their soul and in their heart that Black folks are getting targeted. But not only do they believe that, they also believe being respectful to the white cops means that you're a weak slave with no backbone. And to prove that they ain't a slave, they're going to rebel, even when the situation ain't even real in their mind. So, I come from these perspectives so that it's not the typical viral thought process that everybody else got. I want people to see stuff that nobody else is getting you to see.
So you gotta come back more often, Lady Princella. I mean, you should come back like once a month or once every other month or something like that,
Well, I'm here to stay now because, I was doing Facebook for a while and I just got so caught up in Facebook. And, it was so easy to just press go live on Facebook. I ain't have to do all this setup and I guess I didn't really want to do it like that. But now that I am doing it like that, I'm here to stay now. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was good work on the video. I mean, I see you got the graphics and the green screen and all that shit and the encoder and all that shit going on. So it's good shit. I like what I saw today. I like what I saw. So
Thank you.
I mean, it was broke down well. It was done nice and all that kind of stuff. Plus, I was laughing at the shit that was in the beginning. All these ratchet people inside the restaurant.
Oh, let me tell you something. The one that had me really laughing. I'm like, okay, this is serious, Princella. But the one that really had me laughing was the one that was on the bus talking about, and then y'all got that baby playing that Scooby-Doo shit.
The craziest one to me was this little tiny girl talking shit to this big ass 6'8", 350-pound dude. I'm like, really, girl? I mean, this dude could probably just palm your head and pick you up and throw you in the garbage. So that to me, that was just way off. That was just way off the ship.
I saw one that I was trying to find. I spent an hour looking for this video because I knew this would have been a perfect video to put in there. But that was last year. It was like, no, it wasn't last year. It's about the year before last. A video had went viral on Facebook, and I think this happened in Dallas, and it happened in a convenience store. But this chick kept calling this big dude a bitch. Like she called him a bitch for like 10 minutes straight, just like, and she messed around and hit him. That big dude, he hauled off and knocked her down on the ground. I don't know where that video is, but I really wanted to put that video in there to show you a human, you can only press the buttons of a human so long. Eventually, all that quote unquote training, what a man shouldn't do, a man shouldn't put his hands on you, all that shit go out the window when you are steady at a person. And so that's exactly what Sandra Bland did. And that would have been a perfect video to show, hey, you gonna keep doing this mess, thinking what people should do? That ain't how the world operates. Humans are gonna be human. If a chick, the only reason, if that would have been another dude in that video, that dude would have knocked the shit out of her.
I agree.
You know, and so what is the other ideal? Because see, you didn't agree with the ideals, but I bet if I put it like this, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. The ideal is that a male should never hit a woman. That's the ideal. That a man should restrain himself. That's the illusion. Because he's bigger. That takes his humanity away from him. That means that he ain't never gonna get mad, that he ain't had no bad day. That means he don't have subconscious programming where you can just do something and he's always thinking consciously not to hit. No, because a dude is just as human as you. You might step on the trigger and he might not even be consciously thinking and haul off and knock the shit out of you. Even if he never even intended on hitting you. It might just be a reflex. But if you don't want to be hit, then keep your hands to yourself because you don't know what this male is dealing with. See, I bet you understand it then because it's an ideal and illusion. Because what is the ideal? Again, what did I read? The satisfying one's conception of what is perfect and most suitable. Where they think that is perfect and most suitable for a woman to call a man a bitch, belittle him, slap him, spit in his face, and that he should never, ever react. That's an illusion. That's an ideal, and it's total bullshit. And if women base their actions on that bullshit, she gonna keep getting knocked the fuck out.
I agree. I can agree with that.
Of course you can agree.
I can agree with that.
Of course you can agree with it because you already agree with it. It's already a belief in you. The only reason that you don't agree with the ideal when I said it the first time, because it didn't agree with the ideal that you had. But at the end of the day, it didn't take away that it was an ideal that you had. It's an ideal. This is your most perfect or suitable way that you think a woman should act. And a woman has a perfect and suitable way that she thinks that you should act. But both of them go against human nature. Both of them go against reality. Because reality say, if you call a wrong dude a bitch, if you hit the wrong dude, reality say he gonna knock you the fuck out. That's what reality say. Now you can live in illusion land all you want to and say, I'm a woman, ain't no man gonna hit me and he shouldn't hit me. You get up there, reality gonna show you otherwise. And that's why I say I don't base my commentary on what I think people should and shouldn't do, because it's all an illusion based on what we think is perfect. No, I know reality, you don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know this dude just might have got belittled at work by a big white dude. He might have been skipped over for a promotion. His baby mama might. You don't know what's going on with him. And then here you come with your nasty attitude. Bam, bitch, F you. You ain't with your little dick ass. Okay. You doing this. And humans, what is humans gonna do? They gonna react. They gonna react because that's human nature. So I'm not gonna tell a woman you can go say whatever you want to a dude and he shouldn't do nothing. Because I know reality is he just might do something to you. And so.
But we did establish that, you know, even though y'all women folk be married, you still want dudes looking at you. You still want dudes looking at your ass. You still want dudes winking at you and shit, and telling you fine. So we at least got that out. We at least have established that, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter. We also established that it doesn't matter if your husband is okay with it or not.
All I'm saying is here, you can, nobody else is responsible for how you feel. You are responsible for how you feel. You are responsible for governing your emotions. People always gonna do shit that you don't like. Are you going to respond and show attention to everything that you don't like? You're responsible for how you feel. Okay. So the fact of the matter is, you're going to have women who cheat on dudes. A dude ain't got to do nothing. A dude can do everything. It is no reflection on you. What a woman does ain't no reflection on you. That's all with her. And the same thing goes for a male. A female can do everything right and a dude still go out and cheat on her. That's no reflection on her. So just because the nature of a female is still to be desired, that ain't got no reflection on you. It's not. But a woman that respects you, you gotta know she ain't finna go sleep with no other dude. And even if she voices how she feel, here's the thing. She's being honest. Ayesha Curry didn't even see anything wrong with what she was saying. Because here's the thing. When people see things as wrong, guess what they do? They try to hide. They try to conceal it. That lets you know in her mind that she really didn't see anything wrong with it. She was just speaking how she felt. If she had any intentions on sleeping with somebody, you better know she would have kept that quiet, because she would have been consciously thinking, I might be telling on myself. That wasn't even in her subconscious mind at all.
So you don't think she's sleeping with the pool boy?
Hell no.
No,
Because a person that's cheating, if a cheater has to sneak, a cheater has to lie. You can't cheat and tell the truth. You gotta lie. You gotta sneak. Well, guess what? A cheater ain't gonna come out and blatantly say nothing like that. They're thinking about, I don't want to be caught. That's not in her mind. So her subconscious mind freely just spoke out because she didn't have nothing to hide. She really was just saying how she felt. And guess what? Humans have a right to feel how they feel. They do. Men have a right to say how they feel and don't like how women treat them. They have a right to say that. A man has a right to express, hey, I'm still a man. I'm going to look. I don't mean I'm going to cheat on you, but I'm still going to look. Okay. All right. A man that respects you, yeah, he might. And she might have to call you out. She might say, hey, okay, this makes me feel bad. If you tell her that this makes me feel bad when you do this, and she keep doing it, now it's the problem. Now it's the problem. But we can't say that a female automatically supposed to read your mind and know what you like and not like until it comes up. So if Steph Curry didn't see any error in what she did and they talked about it and he understood, then at the end of the day, it's all squashed. If you come out and say, and she keep doing this, that lets you know she's trying to tick you off. Okay. People are always going to do stuff. When you marry somebody, you grow together. You're not going to know everything that they do that tick you off or that irk you until they actually do it. Then y'all have a talk and say, listen, okay, I know you feel this way. I would like to understand. I would like you to enlighten me. Is it something that I'm doing wrong? Am I not showing you attention? What is it that is causing you to feel this way? Let me tell you something. Most women gonna tell you they don't know. You know why they don't know? Because they really don't know. It's there. You ask a dude why he cheated. Well, guess what? A dude that ain't had sex in a long, long time, guess what? That sexual urge takes over his mind. There is no logical process that's going on no more. And he just goes out and does what he does. And you ask him why he do what he do. And he's going to tell you, I don't know. Because in honesty, he don't know. But see, here's the difference. I'm not a male, but I sat here and I look and I understand what the male is going through, why he thinks the way he thinks, why he does the way he does what he does. I seek understanding and okay, I get it. But a lot of males don't do that for women. They don't like the fact, a lot of males do not like the fact that the sexual market game is uneven. They don't like it. They hate the fact that they got all this testosterone in their body and women don't have that much and they're not getting the attention or the affection or the relief that they could possibly get. It's an uneven and they despise that. And so because they don't like the female's nature, they tend to turn around and really hate the female as if it's her fault that she was created that way. Well, I mean, it is what it is, just like it is what it is with you. We got to come to some type of common ground where we seek understanding of each other. So that way we can be more cohesive so we can stop all this bickering, fighting, and arguing. You know?
Well, I want to thank you for coming through, Lady Princella. You got to come back. You know, you got to come back. Maybe next time you come back, I might agree with you the whole time. But tonight we are at odds, my friend. Yeah, we're at odds because I don't agree. But that's fine though. That's cool. That's cool. We don't need to agree on shit. But yeah, it's been good having you on here. I guess the brothers, a couple brothers wrote in the chat room. They was like, we're gonna let her have her truth. So I guess they didn't want to come up here and question none of it. But yeah, once again, y'all need to go look down there in the description box. Check out Lady Princella's channel. Like I said, she got some really good stuff on there. The videos I watched today was good, especially that last one she did. I think it's called The Angry Black Woman, Sandra Bland. Y'all need to check that out. It's very well done. Yeah, it's very well done. I actually watched the whole thing. So it's very well done. Go down there and check Lady Princella out. Lady Princella, it's always good to see you up here on TPOT. Congratulations again on the wedding and the baby. And I never thought nobody would have what it take to wrangle old Princella in and, you know, wrangle her up and put a baby in her and all that kind of stuff. Never saw that shit coming. But I never saw that shit coming. But somebody has managed to do it, and I'm glad. She seems to be happy and all that shit. I consider Lady Princella a friend of mine, and she'll be back, y'all, with some more shit that I disagree with. But once again, Lady Princella, one more time, shout out your channel, let everybody know where to find you.
Oh yeah, you can catch me at Princella's Real World. I promise you're gonna like it. I promise you're gonna like it.
Well, thanks for coming through, my friend. You know, I appreciate you every time. You know, next time I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I hit you up. You know, I'm gonna try to get you up in here like once a month if I can. You know, if you don't stand my ass up.
Waiting on it, and then we said, you know, the baby ain't got no milk. And I was like, oh crap. Then I ran and I went to the store and got milk. My phone died. And I got back to the house and I was like, okay, I'm back. Then when the phone came back on, that's when you called. I was like, oh damn, I was supposed to be, I forgot. Just that fast.
Yeah, well, you know, life happens. That's what I said though. I was like, you know, she probably got caught up. And so I thought it was the time thing. I was like, she probably got the time misconstrued because I know we in different time zones and shit. I was like, she probably got the time mixed up. So let me call her. You know, let her know that she's supposed to be up on here like 20 minutes ago. But once again, thanks for coming through, Lady Princella, and I'll hit you up. We'll talk. You know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for having me.
Anytime. Come back next month.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it'll be something in the news. We'll talk about it.
Oh, absolutely. Peace, my friend.
All right.
Peace. Yeah. Just got off the line with Lady Princella Clark. Y'all going down there, you know, subscribe to her channel, check her out. She does good stuff, man. I mean, of course, she says shit that I disagree with, of course, like I did tonight. But like I said earlier, me and Princella Clark, we've been cool for a long time, man. She's been stopping by TPOT ever since I was in the booth. So, she's been fucking with TPOT for some years and shit. So she's always I think she's a very, very bright lady, man, and she makes some really, really good points. But once again, I disagreed with her ass tonight. All right. Tonight I wasn't in agreement with her, especially not with that Ayesha Curry shit. We are on different sides of the fence on that one. But usually, we are in agreement sometimes. And I'm gonna try to get her up in here like once a month or something like that, so she can come in here and kick the shit. I thought dudes was gonna try to come at her and ask her some questions and shit, but ain't nobody want us to do it. So here it is. But yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Everybody in the chat, my moderators, everybody who donated and shit. I see there's a few donations that came in as well. I want to thank y'all for that. Most importantly, I want to thank you for coming through, watching, spending some time with us. Also, I want you to get on down there to Prophet of Thought series on Facebook. That's Prophet of Thought, one word, series, the next word on Facebook. That's our main page. It's a community page. Go ahead, like the page, share the page, follow the page. You can even drop me a line on the page, and I'm guaranteed to get back to you within 24 and 168 hours. Also, while you're on Facebook, get on down there to the Prophet of Thought series fan group page. That's the Prophet of Thought series fan group page. Go ahead, request to be a member. You're guaranteed to get accepted. You got my word on that. Also, check us out on WhatsApp and Instagram. That's Prophet of Thought. Leave out the series on Instagram. And here we go again. Here we go again. I need you to get your black behinds down to Twitter. The Twitter handle is at TPOT Media on Twitter. That's at TPOT Media on Twitter. Go ahead, follow us on Twitter, because if you don't, I will haunt you in your dreams tonight. Once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's a good show. I enjoyed Lady Princella like I always do. And also, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. It was a pretty good stream. I might even have to go back and listen to the beginning parts of when me and her first got into our disagreement piece. But, there's more to be said to that. But I want to thank all of y'all for coming out tonight, man. It's a good show. I really enjoyed Princella. I'm going to try to have 2 shows next week. I was supposed to have an Hours of Power last night, y'all, but I fucked around, man, and I didn't fucking get back here till X amount of time that night. And, I was trying to set up a really good show for y'all, to be honest. Okay, I might try to set that show up for next week, because I had a really good show I was trying to put together last night, but it didn't come together. So it just didn't happen. But we'll be here next week, same time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on the TPOT YouTube page. So with that, I will leave you with 3 words, like I always do. Open your mind.
Dark Exodus.
Peace, folks.
The protest. Dark Exodus.
Open your mind. Open your mind.
Dark X.
You know. Only from TV. Open